What's going on, everybody? Jungle Vulture here, or you can just call me Cam for short. And this is just going to be I guess just a little segment of me just talking about hunting with dogs. I can say, you know, back then when I first started coon hunting, and I mean, once I got into coon hunting, my buddy introduced it to me. I was hooked. Any kind of dog hunting, once you get a good experience out of it for the first time, you cannot get enough of it. I promise. It's amazing, especially when you got a dog that you actually worked on and build to make a dog actually hunt for you, and it's bringing food to the table. So I just want to say, you know, I pretty much got out of dog hunting really just because all my good dogs pretty much died out, and I know that's kind of a thing, like, well, it really shouldn't be that way, but with all my dogs dying out as far as old age and some kind of sickness and stuff, there's some things you just can't help. There is so many things about having hunting dogs, and I'm just going to touch up on a few things about what you should do if you do get into hunting with dogs. There's some things like laws is getting more strict as far as running deer dogs. Deer dogs is the biggest thing, and well, coon hunting too, because you can't control where your dog's going, obviously, and to a certain point you can control your dogs, and this is just me, you can control your dogs, but you can't control them all the time. Sure, the collars, you can't make them stop on a dime sometimes and make them turn back to you. It's kind of hard to do that when you got dogs that's built to work. Okay. I know I'm probably going to be jumping everywhere with this, but this is just going to be me. As far as now, I do not have any hunting dogs. That video you seen, if y'all did check it out, that was actually my wife's dog, the Doberman. Excuse me. He's got enough energy, he could jump up a quail if I wanted him to. He was just all out there just running around. But anyway, enough about that. First things first, as far as getting a hunting dog, you gotta, what are you hunting? You need to know what you're hunting. If you're gonna go for rabbit, do you got, and this is for any hunting dog, the scope of having a hunting dog. Do you got enough land? Say it again, do you got enough land? You need to know that if you got game lands, you know, you only got a certain time of the year you can actually run and train them. Here in North Carolina, it seems like it gets harder and harder every day to get permission to hunt on property. Either somebody's wanting some kind of money out of it, or, you know, like leasing and stuff. And then you got clubs that, my honest opinion, I don't want to be invested. I mean, this is just me though. I don't want to be invested in a club, and it just seems like they don't really, I don't know. It's just something about a club I can't roll with. And like I said, man, this is all on the way I'm seeing it since I started hunting with dogs. Coon hunting, rabbit, deer, bird dogs. I've never done bird dogs, but it's still the same scope of having that land. You got to understand, you got to have land to hunt with dogs. Are you able to feed them? Dogs, they require a lot, especially hunting dogs. You got to get them good dog food. Don't go to, I mean, if you're falling on time short, you know, go to Walmart and get 50-pound bag of Old Roy, but Old Roy does not do good. And I'm not bashing them, but all it does is run out of them. So, but if you feel like you can't afford to get good dog food for them dogs, just giving you the warning label now. Understand these dogs require a lot to keep weight on them, because when they're running, they're burning it off just that quick. All right, so we talked about land, maintenance wise, feeding them and stuff. If you are I'm just going to lock on deer dogs, or let's see, yeah, I lock on deer dogs because it's pretty much the all-around park. I give you the little scoop on what you should do with them, and this could actually go for your rabbit dogs and your coon dogs too. But coon dogs will be a little bit more different because you're going after coon dogs, going after raccoons or coons or whatever. All right. This is the way I done it. I never went after and bought more than. I always bought one dog for each thing I was hunting. I bought, when I got into it, I got me a coon dog. I had to have one. Then later on, I seen how rabbit dogs work. I got one of those. And then deer dogs, I got one of those. And I never went over, I might have had two whenever I got to that point where I felt comfortable enough to actually get another dog to pack with it. But this is just me, and like I said, I'm probably going to say that 1,000,000 times. This is just the way I done it, and I'm just trying to give it to y'all, so when y'all have this information, y'all can run with it, feel how you feel about it. All right. Anyway, deer dogs. Okay, when you go and you want to have a dog that runs by itself, you don't have to worry about it packing up. This is what I always done. I always got one dog, and I kept that deer dog. As a matter of fact, his name was Itis, and he was by far the most. That dog would jam. You hear me? He would go find a deer, and you could ask my buddies. That dog was the best dog. When you heard him jump, you better have your gun ready if he's coming your way. Anyway, you pick your dog. All right. Matter of fact, this it's about to be March. It's actually pretty warm now. Today I think it's supposed to be like 70. Get your puppy when it's getting warm, so you can train him all the way till winter time. Okay. Just pick you one puppy out. When I used to pick puppies out, I would always see which one moved in the pen the most, which one was the most active. It's just kind of a natural instinct when, just like when you was a kid, when you always picked a puppy out, there was something special about that puppy when you seen him. That's the same thing. Just what dog or puppy you see is the one you're gonna pick out, and the one you're gonna be working with. That's gonna be your partner. After you pick that dog and get him home, it's game time now. I think I want to say about around 6 months. I'd say 6 months. There's actually a lot of ways to train a puppy. Okay, and this is going to be that little ballpark figure with your coon dogs, your rabbit, and deer. Okay, you can get them all started on one thing. I always started my dogs on rabbits, just to give them that little general idea of scent. Okay, about around 6 months, you want to take that puppy, and early in the morning, if you're around a place where a lot of rabbits is at, take him out and see what he does when he goes out there and, you know, starts going around the scent of a rabbit. And sometimes it ain't always that part. Some dogs like to visually chase instead of scent, and I'll tell you exactly how to fix that here in a second. But as far as scent wise, if it seems like they're going to catch on and they're actually got their nose to the ground and it seems like they get more excited, you're already up above good standard here at this point. Your puppy's sniffing, scent trailing, and it's pretty much the way to go as far as coon hunting. That's the big thing about coon hunting. They rely on scent. I don't believe I've ever seen a time where they're actually visually seen a coon and ran it. Not unless you would do it in the morning, early in the morning, and run coon dogs. But anyway, so really just scent. Yeah, your scent wise, and then visually seeing. That's pretty much one of the sparks to get your puppy excited. Whenever he sees a rabbit jump and he sees it and he starts running after it, they love it. And this is still the ballpark figure of coon dogs, rabbit dogs obviously, and deer dogs. Jumping, that's a big one too. Whenever you get a dog that actually jumps one by herself, it just shows a lot of that dog being an independent dog. It's willing to go out by itself. I mean, as far as it being a puppy at this moment. But it takes a lot of time to get a puppy at that point. With the scent thing, if it seemed like you're not really doing too good as far as he's still wanting to play around and he's still got a lot of that puppy in him, you might have to wait a little bit and be able to trap your rabbit whenever the season comes in. You hush. But there's actually that way to wait till the season comes in, but there's actually places that sell scent. As you can see on that old video that I got, it's called the M&L's Outdoors. That's like one of the first videos I started. There's a place here in North Carolina called Godwin's Outdoors. I'm not sponsored or anything by them, but they used to carry a lot of different scents. They had coyote scents, deer scents, rabbit, quail, you name it, they got it. I don't know how they do it now, but they had all the scents that you wanted. You could actually get that, buy that scent, and you could put it on a rag and just do it in the morning time too. Well, I mean, they ain't really got to be in the morning time. It could be the morning time, or the best thing is night, because nighttime is pretty much the dog can't see what it's jumped, or it can't see what's in front of it. It ain't got no other choice but to put its head down and start sniffing, trying to find what it's looking for. So yeah, just keep in mind, you can trap your rabbit when the season comes in, or whatever type of regulations you got wherever you're staying at, what state you're in. Trap them, let that puppy go around that rabbit, and get him a little excited, tap the cage a little bit. It's like, there he is, there he is, there he is. You know, you got to give that atmosphere, get that excitement in him. You just can't go around and just, you know, go ahead, get him. Now you gotta give some excitement in it. You're excited for him to be able to jump this rabbit and go on through with it, or be able to scent trail a coon or jump a deer, or scent trail, either or. Okay. Later on, you'll start seeing the more you do it, and like I said, stay with one dog. Stay with one dog, rather if it's that coon dog, rabbit dog, or deer dog. Stay with it. Stay with one dog. Do not get another dog. Wait until you get that dog finished before you buy another one. Okay? Because that dog right there is going to be your leader dog. That one's going to be the one that's going to teach your young dog what it needs to do. It's kind of like you being lazy, and yeah, I mean, it's not really being lazy, but you'll let that the trained dog doing all the work. Okay, it's gonna be doing all the work for you. So, excuse me. Yeah. So, scent and sight is big key factors in the play of having to train your puppy. Let's see, what else? Once you got the dog, and I'm gonna still go back to the deer dog. We're just gonna go deer dog because it's kind of an easier way into going by it. Okay, once you got that deer dog and he's running a rabbit, okay, you got him worked up enough, you could take him out and he'll easily work on his own. He'll stay close to you, and that's another good thing. Some dogs will stay close to you. Rabbit dogs will stay close. Some, well, all of them kind of differs, but you'll see some of them will stay close and hunt close to you, and some of them will go way on out. They'll completely forget you're there. They're so mind driven to find something that, you know, they're going to go get what they're looking for. So dogs hunting, being close to you. Some will hunt close and some will hunt far. Okay, enough of that. Another thing, once you got that dog, once you got your deer dog to the point where it's jumping rabbits, and it's only jumping rabbits, okay, now it's time to move over, step that ladder. We're going to completely shut them off from running rabbits, and it's not as hard as what you think it's going to be. Okay, you need to go to a spot where you know deers is at, or just go if Game Lands is open and you know where some deers is, or there's a certain property somebody allows you to run deer dogs on, or whatever dog. But the run deer dogs, like I said, let that dog, it's got to jump its own deer for the very first time. It's kind of the make it or break it type deals. When that dog jumps its deer, it should whole buggy it. You probably won't see that dog, not unless it's a doe and it decides to make a big circle on the back around to you. And you know, this is going to be another thing you need to worry about when when that dog's finished. I'm sorry, my voice is going out. I've been sick for the last couple of days. But when that dog is going out and a hauling buggy, that's another thing you got to worry about as far as keeping that dog safe and understanding that you need to know where the property is and the boundaries and stuff. And if you want that dog to keep on running rabbits, safety wise about having these dogs, hunting dogs are hard-headed. They are stubborn. Otherwise, you're gonna make or break if they're gonna listen to you. Luckily, the few that I had some that needed to be trained a little bit more than that dog I was talking about, Itis, which he was a jam up good dog. He would actually listen, and he was good enough. When I hit the tone, I didn't have to shock him and stuff. He would come back, and that's where we're going to get on this. When I first got that dog, well, no, I take that back. That video where you seen the coon hunting, when I got them dogs, that was way before I knew about Garmin Alphas and stuff like that. I didn't have the money to afford a Garmin Alpha, and that was before they even had the Garmin 100. Garmin Alpha 100. This is what I got here. A lot of the old heads will know what this is. Okay, this is a Quick Track. All this thing is just, I look at it as like a metal detector. Takes a 9-volt battery. All right, and it's got a little section where you test your battery. Now, put a slab on there. See how it's raised all the way up? Alright. So, that being said, all I say, this thing is save the dogs I'm had life a lot. This is what I first got, and all it does now is just hang up in my man cave, and I just talk about dogs that we pretty much saved using these things. So you turn it on and it's got a big old static noise. It's supposed to anyway. That might be finally done. Well, there it goes. Alright. Cut that off for a second. Alright, that noise that you just hearing, that static noise, alright, you got your tune and your gain with it. Okay? And then your channel is I would be very surprised if this thing still works. But let's see. They would get these collars and write the number down, which this one was 57. Excuse me. This was 57. So on here, on these numbers right here, you would actually push in 57. That would be your frequency. All right. And to get this collar, to turn it on, this little piece here, it's on. It takes a little magnet, and when you plug it in, it cuts it off. Okay. So we're gonna see. I mean, this thing's been sitting in my man cave for years, so I'd be very surprised if it does cut on. I'm just gonna set that over there, and let's see. You got your close range, your mid range, and your long range. Okay. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna keep it on close. All right, we're gonna turn this back on. All right. And it's showing that it's all the way past 10, so we're going to have to fix the gain on it. Alright, we're going to fix our tune. And you should hear a beeping noise. Well, anyway, you would just swing this left to right, and you would hear your dog, and you'll hear it go beep, and then you go back beep. Each time you heard it make a beep noise, that lets you know exactly where that dog was at. Like I said, this thing's saved my dogs a lot of different times. These things, I think they're pretty cheap now, but so now I got me wanting to fool with this thing. I might have didn't have it close and far enough, but usually it would work that far. All right, that's called a Quick Track. That was what we used back when I couldn't afford just a regular Garmin that didn't have the shock system on it and stuff. Now, and I'm outdated now. They got stuff way better, but this is pretty much all you're going to need now is Garmin Alpha, and I think their ranges is, I've seen some, I think it was like $400 just for this piece, and then you'll have to go buy a collar for it and stuff. But I don't know what a brand new one is now, but when I got mine, shoot, that was back like, that was before 2016. That was 2015. Oh crap, I don't know, but I think I paid like close to $800 for this thing. But now all I use it for is just to mark my fishing with it. But not to get off topic here, the reason why I prefer you to get this, but if you can't afford it, you definitely need to get that. You got to be able to find out where your dogs is. That is to make it or break it. Rather, if you got to have it. You got to know where them dogs is at, because they could be heading towards some kind of highway. They could be going to somebody's property that's very strict. Just all of that stuff. So this right here, it's got a tone, a little vibrate to the neck, and then you can give them a little buzz on the neck. You kind of need to do this. And this is what I done. I would have the dog where when it jumped a rabbit instead of a deer, this is when I was breaking that puppy in to get it right. You would send a tone, and if it keeps on running, send a little vibrate, and if that ain't stopping him, and this is going to be that dog's first experience going through all this, so this is usually what makes it or break it. Tone, vibrate, and then give him a little buzz to the neck, and if that doesn't make him stop, add on a little bit more push to buzzing his neck or shocking him. Just keep going until he realizes, okay, I shouldn't be running after this dog, and he'll turn around and she'll come back to you. And then you can push him off and actually go find your deer. Okay, it's pretty simple. You constantly keep going at that. That dog will break. One day, all you'll have to do is just hit the tone, and it will instantly turn away from that rabbit and come to you, and you can put it right back on a deer. So yeah, these things are miracles. It's got a map on there. It shows you where you can go to see that dog, where you can find it. It's got lights. It's got all kind of different things. But there is another thing you got to worry about too. If you're getting the running dogs, running deer dogs in general, it's usually happen with those guys, because everybody, like sandhills, if you're running dogs, you got to be careful who you're running dogs with, as far as like who's running across from you at the other side or something. Now, we had stories where people would take them collars off. You're not supposed to. You cannot take a collar off a dog. They would take them collars off and take them, and they'd leave, or they'd take them and throw them to the side and take the dog. There's millions of stories out there where people's done wrong, and they know they're wrong, but it's just the world we live in. So just just keep in mind, if you do end up getting run into deer dogs, the people you're hunting with, if you know that somebody's got a bad reputation, it's game lands. You know, all you got to do is just go find a different spot at the game lands and go run dogs. Private land, you ain't gonna run into that problem. Not as bad as you would as the game lands, but private lands, you depends on if you're got it leased out or you got a lot of land, you shouldn't have that problem. But if you're in that point where you're in a little section, a little spot, and you got some neighbors that really doesn't like you running that property, even though that ain't theirs, I'm seeing them come out and just threaten to shoot dogs and stuff, and there's so many things about it, man. And that ain't just with deer dogs. I'm seeing it with rabbit dogs and coon dogs. It's all happened to each one of them since I'm done it. But anyway, I'm not trying to kill this too much more, but that's what I will say about having a dog, a hunting dog. You got to keep them up to par as far as feeding them. Congratulations when you do get one. It's definitely you appreciate the hard work you put in that dog when you get him to that point where you can turn around and send a tone to him and he'll come right back to you like, hey, you know, so-and-so's dog keep on running, but you hit the tone and that dog's gonna come right back to you when you know that dog ain't supposed to be going that way. You got him trained up. That's what I call trained up. When you can make that dog turn around and come back to you, and you can turn around and go to another spot and turn the dog out with no problem, hey, he's trained up to me. He's a good dog. When he's willing to independently go run and hunt, nighttime or day, if he's willing to scent trail at night, that's the thing about, I don't know if I got back on it, but nighttime, you take dogs out at nighttime because they can't see what they're running, so they rely on their nose. When they're, that's the best part about it. When they're relying on their nose, they can sight see, but after a while they're going to drop their nose down. They're going to try and scent trail that game or whatever. That's like the best achievement, man. I'm telling you, once you got that dog trained up where it's trailing and running, I mean, that's what you look forward to, especially when that dog's bringing the meat to the table. But I just wanted to get this off my chest because I no longer run deer dogs, coon dogs, or rabbit dogs, and this might just be jibber jabber. Somebody might not even take it in to be serious, but excuse me. But I just wanted to get this out here. Maybe some of you guys will learn from it. Maybe I just wasted your time. I'm sorry if I did. But this is just me. I just wanted to just let you know, to get you a good, strong leader dog, start with one. Finish the one out. Do not go halfway with that dog. Finish that one out. Get him where you want him, or her, or whatever you know, him or her. Get him finished out to where it is. Get that one dog, get it finished out. At the end of the day, you're going to really appreciate the type of dog you got. So I want to give this time to thank everybody that tuned in and actually stayed in this long. And if you like everything that you see, that you heard of today, please give me a like, subscribe if you haven't. There's a lot of people that's went on this channel and just kind of zipped through and look, didn't really pay it no mind, but I'd appreciate if you guys did. And until next time, y'all probably catch me fishing, but before then, got some more videos for y'all to check out. And there's some dove hunting videos, there's a couple duck hunting videos, and a lot of fishing videos. So if y'all guys got time, check them out. And until we meet again, Jungle Vulture out.